Greetings, fellow humans. My name is Flailbot. Welcome to Caveblazers. I'm gonna do a couple of runs that are fun. Dashy Joe, my favorite perk, although I've never actually beaten the game with Dashy Joe. And then we'll do some serious runs with some more optimal perks, like Swordsman, and I don't know what else is good. Swordsman is pretty dang good. Rune Master was really fun if you guys haven't tried it out. There's a Surge Rune, which boosts your stats permanently by consuming shields. So you just like collect 5 or 6 shield runes and then use a Surge Rune or a Boost Rune, one of the two, I think a Boost Rune. And you get a bunch of permanent stat boosts. I ended up on the final boss using like an unupgraded Yellowstone staff, which did XY damage plus like 185 or something ridiculous. I don't know why the numbers were so big, but they were, so. Whoops. I have not played too much Caveblazers recently, so I'm a little bit rusty. But I'm hoping that my skills are not too tragically out of shape. We'll see. Last thing I'm bleeding is actually a secret debuff in case you ever get any lifesteal things that rely on melee hits or kills, because poison will deal the damage but not give you the no, sorry. Bleeding will deal the damage but not give you the kill credit if it's if the kill is done with the bleeding. Poison's different because poison can't actually kill enemies, so if an enemy dies from poison, which they can't, you yeah, see? So they can just be reduced to 1 hit point and then you can smash them with your sword and get the glorious healing. Oh yeah, pomegranate bow. So cool. I just unlocked this by killing someone with, no, killing 10 enemies with a single explosion. I think I used the burst pennant. It did not know that the burst pennant counted as an explosion, but I used it to kill one of the like fire. What are they? They're like, how would you describe them? The little like fairy things in the lava worlds that float around, and they shoot themselves at you and explode. And I just used burst pennant and killed like 10 of them, or like one group through a wall, and that was sufficient. I'm probably going to switch out of the pomegranate bow because although it's super fun, it's also incredibly like awkward to use properly. And since I have bouncy arrows, I'm going to be better off using a bow that actually benefits from bouncy arrows. I believe bouncy arrows is the official name. I got to the final boss man with the swordsman perk today, I think, earlier today. And I died on the final phase of the last boss, and I was a little miffed. But it was my own fault. I was really reckless early on. If you have the stun on melee hit, he does this like explosion thing, or maybe he does the explosion thing anyway, and he knocks you back. And if you're not like careful about your positioning, you'll get hit. And so I got repeatedly hit by the knockback and then the follow-up melee attacks, and I was just not on the ball. So it was my fault, which is not surprising. There's really very little in this game that isn't your own fault, which is nice. They say a poor craftsman believes, ow, his tools, but I swear sometimes my controller does not think that the A button is supposed to be pressed. And I'm like, controller, no, you must jump. And controller says, meh. Me and my controller have disagreements. Controller and I have disagreements? Yeah, that's better. I know I talked a while about how to do this encounter optimally, where you don't risk getting stabbed for 40 damage by those guys. Obviously, I'm not listening to my own advice. No! I did not expect to not get hit there. Darn! That was close. That went well. Always a very dangerous opening this particular round. No, that was my own shortcomings as a human, and that's the last of my shortcomings as a human. So you may be able to tell I'm still ever so mildly ill. I'm pretty sure it's just some sort of horrible flu or something, but that's cool. Let's do another fun round with either sorcery or, yeah, we'll do sorcerer. I did the one where you can equip dual wield, where you equip an extra magic item, which is pretty fun. At some point I had 3 magic items and was just sort of spamming them out constantly, but wait, what? Hold on a second. Do I have a slower melee attack speed? No. Okay. So that was just me not pressing the button good enough. We'll try harder. My controller is... I'm racked with shame. My controller is like 5-6 years old at least. It's not what you'd call new. And I think one of the buttons, or I think the A button primarily, a little bit the X button, are starting to stick a little bit. But, you know, they're expensive, so I'm holding out until I really feel betrayed, let's say, by the controller. Alright, we're gonna find ourselves a magic bow and a magic sword, and we're gonna deal all the damage, and this is gonna be fun. We just need to be slightly more cautious than we have been being. What is with my attack speed? I feel like I'm performing below expectations. Oops. Dodge that one. Go me. Gotta look at the bright side. Also, get sword. You know, I think part of it might actually be that my melee damage is reduced, and there's like a couple of critical sort of breaking points, like a single melee attack killing a bat or not, or a single melee attack killing a, jeez. Those explodey guys all over me today. Or is it me who's not all over them? Anyway, there's sort of breaking points where an enemy dies in an appropriate amount of hits, and if you don't, well, if you don't calculate in that 2 swings are required for a bat, or 4 swings are required for a hobgoblin guy instead of the normal 3, then you can end up just hitting the wrong number of buttons. And then you're starting to walk away from a fight you haven't finished yet. Happens to the best of us. I swearsies. Get a new weapon? Hold on. Huh. I'm confused about why I'm dealing more melee damage, because I didn't get any melee boosty. Good, a magic item. I didn't get any like potions or blessings or whatever, right? I just have the poison blessing Oh, that would be the one. So that's +4 damage because I have the +10 magic damage from my perk. I am all over this ball like there is no tomorrow. Yes. Pew! Darn. Okay, got this. Bunch of potions to use once we get to the blessing of Chimampiums. No, go away. I wonder if these guys are immune to fire. They're not. I wonder if they have fire damage resistance. Nope, because that's supposed to do 25 damage. So this may be the first build, or the first time of playing the game, where if I have the choice, I may choose the Magic Pierce blessing. Because usually, the Magic Pierce blessing is total garbage. Most of the things you have, which are magic items, just they're like an explosion, or they're the spectral fist, or a shockwave, or a passive item or something, and it's just it doesn't matter if they pierce. There's no benefit. There's literally no reason for them to pierce. And maybe with this guy with the charging and the magic damage and full even, I'll actually have a reason to pick up Magic Pierce. We'll see if I keep this particular wand. That will also be a deciding factor. Whoop, escape. There we go. Wait for that guy to jump. There we go. And then we're gonna move over here because we're not willing to risk our lives. Do that. There we go. That went well. Yep, and that guy, and then should be just 2 or 3 hits for this guy. Oh, or 1. Nice. Okay, note to self, that was a bad choice. Good to know. Some magic items go off instantly, other ones do not. That is one of the not instantly magic items. Now I want to see how effective this explosion can be. I'll just target a single enemy to test it out. Excellent work, Flailot. Haha. Now the true test. Oh no. Yeah, gonna do. That went well. It's nice that it sets them on fire. Oh, jeez. Skull monsters are the bane of my existence. I have way more hit points than I expected to. No, go away. Yay! Yay! Alright, fireball, and then run away. Just get another. Let's probably get another fireball charged up. There we go. Got him. Ah! That was really close. Alright, let's see. We're going to save these hearts just in case. Well, alright. In case we got a potion that heals us or something, I wouldn't want to end up overhealing. Now we know where 3 good potions are hidden. Disappointingly, those types of benefits do not really end up playing a role very often. I find it hard to use consumables in a reasonable manner in this game. Like, there's a nice menu for it, it's just... It rarely occurs to me that I'm entering into a situation where now is a good time to... now is the time to apply death magics. I'm going to go ahead and grab the vortex ball. It's a little bit more all-purpose than the fire Bigger arrows, more fighting, or calamity. Tempted to go bigger arrows, but the Brawler Breath Blessing Tier 2 is just too amazing to pass up. Alright, we'll switch to the Shadow Book. So Brawler Breath, Brawler Blessing Tier 2, as they say, is it increases your damage some more and also your attack speed some more. But the best thing that it does is it increases, or it gives you the ability to parry attacks that come from the front automatically. So you just don't get hit from the front anymore by melee attacks, which is super useful. It comes built into the Demon Sword, which is where you may have heard of it before. And well, it gives you a lot of wiggle room in case you're screwing up. Because suddenly all those things that... Oh, I didn't know those exploded on the wall. Hey, look at that. Live and learn. There we go. Now I have a potion to eat, so I gotta wait until everyone's dead before grabbing this blessing. Cool. Any other potions? No. And this isn't going to be critical for the next little section, so I'm going to wait and see if there are any more potions to grab, but before I forget to get it, let's pick it up. Run isn't going so badly. We don't have any, like, sustain for heals right now, which isn't great, but we have a lot of ranged firepower and not necessarily just with our bow, but also just generally speaking, dealing damage at a distance. Whoop, darn, I jumped. I just didn't jump fast enough. Those tricky demons. So, I'm not sure about keeping the book. Did I even pick up the Shadow Fetish? I did. I like the Shadow Fetish a lot. But I think the book is going to be more useful in open areas. So let's stick with the book for this boss fight at least. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. That's not a great potion. And yeah, the book's good for boss fights. I don't have any other melee weapons. I learned if you pay more attention to these fists, then you're more likely to win. I used to just kind of, like, they were off the screen, I was like, no, it's fine. And then I'd get killed. I actually I'm not a big fan of this particular boss fight, because I feel like the telegraphing is okay. It's just a lot of times the boss fights happen pretty quickly, to the extent where it's sometimes hard to learn the telegraphing. Like that fist over there on the right side, I have no way to read the telegraphing, because he's outside of my vision. Like the battlefield is a little bit too large the way the boss mechanics work. In my opinion, I'm not an expert. I'm just a player. I'm gonna eat these foods, and then I'm gonna equip this Yellowstone staff, because it's gonna charge my magic items faster. Man, I would love to get a, oh wow, Judgment Blessing as well. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. We'd love to get a magic damage dealing bow. Nice. Let's grab a finesse potion for more ranged damage. Rad. Or that life leech bow would be great. Hallowed bow is less great. Not bad, just Not exactly world-changing. Better than nothing. Does more damage. No, so hasty. Jeez. Could have gone worse, could have gone better. No. God, this weapon is supposed to be slow. Look at it. Oh, medium. Alright, never mind. Glorious. Nice. Be so annoyed if I just fall into the spikes randomly. Let's take Blessing of Luck. Power of Hoof is pretty mediocre in my opinion. I find it rare that I'm like sliding down a cliffside, or no, that I'm jumping down a pit and I'm not sliding down the edge of a cliff or something in order to control my fall. Like just a random jump down a pit means you're not likely, but you can't prevent yourself from running into spikes or something if they happen to be at the bottom. So don't do it. Don't jump down random pits, guys. That's my life advice for the day. So that's a downward stab, right? Yeah, okay. Can I drop this in the air? No. I'm just gonna go around these guys. There we go. Go me. Look at that. I saw a guy coming and I dodged him. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so bad at paying attention sometimes. Ah. Yes. All right. Pretty sure I've got some potions to eat, so let's take a moment here. I was wrong, but we'll eat this Tilbury thing. All right. It's looking pretty decent. Was there an altar? Might be nice to get that vortex ball upgraded. Although the shadow fetish is pretty amazing, just in general. I'm gonna put that down, come to think of it. Nice. Dang, that's cool. It's already charged. Yay, victory. Okay. See, I shouldn't have to even jump down there. I don't have the Blessing of Looting. I don't have the Blessing of Riches. There's no point. King's Amulet I might use if I did magic damage at this point, because at least 2 of my weapons are dealing magic damage, but they're not. I'm going to pick up Knight's Blessing to improve my survivability. Also meshes nicely with my really excellent melee damage at this point, which is a little bit starting to stagnate because it's hard to get magic damage, but we'll see if we can find some magic damage potions or potions of valor or something. Oh, touche. Alright, so we got our shield. We're killing 5 Badams. Oh, I think I like that bow. We'll see what it is when I get down there. Ah! Finally made it up. I didn't expect it. I was looking at the... Yeah, crossfire bow. We'll definitely grab that. And we're going to use it too, because I really like the crossfire bow. Cool. That's me miscalculating how many points people have. I believe in the early levels they have less hit points, which, like the goblin guys here, these guys, they always have the same amount of hit points regardless of what level you're on. But I'm pretty certain that the certain enemies, like the orcs and such, they slowly get more hit points as the levels go on. So you can't just rely on your previous number of hits to kill calculation. This is going well, but I'm sure by saying that I will ruin everything. So, I wonder what's in that room. Probably like 500 blessings, and I even have the bombs to get it. Okay, nothing else to upgrade, and this will do 21 to 23 plus 5 versus 9 to 7 plus 5, but many times. Oops, oh well. Jeez. I find this boss a little bit difficult because the sort of area, like, not like I'm going to lose difficult, but it's just, if you have any sort of alternate attacks, it's very hard to get them to function on him because of the awkward way that his, the little defensive balls also count as enemies. So they will, like, take hits from the totem, for example, here, making it difficult to properly whoop, well, hit him. Although this is going quite well, actually. Sometimes he can be a little bit difficult. There we go. We'll throw down our totem, which will start wasting its shots before anything happens. Silly totem. That's not how it works. Ow! Ow! Oh, well, that's kind of a disappointing blessings payout. We're gonna eat these because we're a little bit low on health, and I'm gonna take this potion. Ah, well. Oh, we could upgrade our Bonebreaker Gauntlet, but that's okay. Enemies may explode. Did we get Luck Blessing at some point? We did, so that'll increase that chance from 10 to 15%. I'm going to leave the mace. I'm not going to wield the mace. I don't need to transmogrify it into money. I have enough garbage items lying around, so I'm not, like, hurting for, well, garbage items. And the mace is a total garbage item. The upgraded version does knockback and bleed, I think, on a strong hit, which I guess could combo well if you're doing the heavy hitter perk. But mostly it seems like the plus 10% damage, like minus 10% damage resist, plus 10% damage taken, means that they're... Oh. Where's that battle brew? My greatest enemy, those spikes. Well, so there you go. You should always take the spike blessing if you have a chance. Lesson learned. Well, anyway, my name is Flailbot, and this has been Caveblazers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.